imagine 7 women together? God, you need patience.
Delhi ne kara di bolti band. Bikers are very welcoming.
Yeah.
Whatever,
agree.
you know,
Yeah.
they are very welcoming of new people.
In Delhi, we don't discuss Bombay people.
He's better. We agree.
Delhi is
Give it
better.
to Delhi.
She
Hands
said
down.
chola
Hands down.
bhatura and not vada pav.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Stopped in auto and I said, भैया यहाँ जाऊंगी. He said, मैं किसी का भाई नहीं हूँ. That was the first. हाँ, मैं किसी का भाई नहीं हूँ. And I realized in Bombay you cannot be using Delhi lingo.
I come to Mumbai, I'm a Mumbaiker. Go back to
the best
Delhi,
thing,
I'm a Delhi girl.
Wake
Love the
up call
season,
to
guys.
Everyone.
Hi, this is Bhavna and you're watching India Today. Well, this season of Fabulous Lives vs Bollywood Wives has set out a declaration and I kind of attest to it. It is Mumbai versus Delhi and I have the entire cast with me only on India Today. Firstly, a huge welcome. How are you? How is everything?
Thank you.
for
So
having me.
excited. We are fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous and doing very well. That's true. I watched the episodes, thoroughly enjoying the entire Mumbai versus Delhi thing.
Yay.
So I'm going to start off by making a declaration myself because I'm Team Mumbai always. It's like, I'm just like, माना दिल्ली है दिल वालों की, लेकिन असली दिल और जगह और सब कुछ तो मुंबई में ही मिलता है. चलो, let's be honest about that, right? But you know, after watching the first two episodes, this is for the first OG Bollywood wives here. I want to ask, there's this one scene where you talk about how it is comforting to be amongst yourself, and this season kind of puts you out of that comfort zone in a lot of ways because you're also meeting other people and Riddhima, Shalini and Kalyani, which is out of your comfort zone. So one, how has that sort of helped you in overall, like one thing that you've learned during that process, because it is difficult to get out of your comfort zone and sort of adapt to that. And Delhi ke bare mein kya seekha?
I think I'm a little politer. Because, you know, it is unnerving.
Yeah.
Like you said, we've known each other for 25 years, you know. We've had 2 seasons where we have really cried behind the scenes, fought behind the scenes. There's been a lot of comfort and camaraderie also.
Yeah.
And I think with season 3, with 3 new girls, it was unnerving. It pushed me back because I didn't know how would they take to us. I'm a little, as we all know, a little muffat when I say what I have to say. So, I mean, they have to see the show. We'll know afterwards how much they're my friends.
I already have an idea.
I think what I learned is that patience is a virtue. Truly. I mean, it was 4 of us. Now, can you imagine 7 women together? God, you need patience.
True. Bhavna.
I think for me it was the other way around. I was actually very excited about the Delhi girls joining, and I thought, you know, we're going to have a lot of things in common, and you know, things are going to be different. But through the show, I realized, you know, of course they've been amazing, and I've known them. But I think what I realized is that there is nothing more comforting than your, you know, your own, you know, close friends who you've been, you know, who you've shared your life with.
True.
So I realized that through the series, even though I was open to it. Yeah.
I think it's made the 4 of us even
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah.
Because not that we didn't know Shalini, Riddhima, Kalyani, it's just that being in the same show, the same set, I think somehow, not that, I mean, it might look like we were ganging up against them sometimes. It was just that, you know, the 4 of us just felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
We realized also how comfortable we are with each other.
True.
That comfort factor. And, you know, when you've got 3 new cast members, it throws us off a little bit as well. So we needed our support system, which I appreciated even more.
Because we don't know how to mind our P's and Q's, but we learned.
You're well behaved.
Yeah, I
They
could see
tried.
that in the first 2 episodes.
They
I mean,
tried.
in the first 2 episodes, I did not hear the word twat from Maheep, like maybe once, but it wasn't like
She was chup.
Yeah, bolti band.
I was in
Bolti was
bolti band.
Delhi ne kara di bolti band.
And only Delhi could have done this to me because I was in like silence. I was numb. The first episode, I was just numb when I met them.
She was just processing
Yeah, I think there was a cultural shock, even
She
though we
was
are kind of
processing it.
aware of everything.
Yeah.
Because for me, I've also heard a lot about Delhi. Having stayed there for a year at least, I know that
They're two different worlds.
yeah, like
Ask
mall
the
bhi jana hai to you
Mumbaikar
have
na.
to like dress up because I am used to going to malls here without like any vanity and you can just go.
Yeah.
I'm like in Delhi they judge you.
It's a different world.
It's a different world.
That's
It is.
true.
But tell me, Riddhima, because you have to sort of lived here as well and in and in Delhi as well, is there anything about Bombay which is a cultural shock to you even today? Because now you more or less stay in
Not
Delhi.
at all. I adapt very easily. I come to Mumbai, I'm a Mumbaikar. Go
That's
back
the
to
best
Delhi,
thing,
I'm a Delhi girl. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, true. Shalini,
Yeah.
for you, I think you must have had a cultural shock when it comes to just Bombay.
I
no?
think everybody else gets a shock.
Seeing her.
मेरे को नहीं लगता. I'm quite isolated, insulated, whatever.
But is there something that about Bombay which you learned, which could be a preconceived notion about Bombay, which sort of like you were like, okay,
I mean, not nothing much that I didn't know before,
Hmm.
and I think it's pretty much what I thought it would be. And of course, this fact which was like Bombay people really don't like Delhi people got ingrained further into me. So yeah.
That's not true.
But I don't think
That's
so.
not
I
true.
don't.
No.
That's
Mumbai
what
people
people
love
love.
it. I'll tell you
Yeah.
one thing,
Yeah.
Mumbai
It's drama
people,
for the show. You know?
Mumbaikars are very welcoming.
But I'm curious to know that preconceived notion that you had that because these are Bollywood wives, their
See, in
parties
Delhi,
would
we don't
usually
discuss. In Delhi, we don't discuss Bombay people.
be.
We don't.
But
it's
we don't
only
discuss
Bombay.
you guys.
We don't either.
I was just trying to know, do we?
The entire show at all. Yeah, okay, great. But the entire show has been about like, okay, whatever.
The Delhi people discuss Bollywood. And
Yeah,
they
they
of course
do.
they discuss.
Thank you.
In all
Yeah, of
fairness, they do. But it's
Yeah.
just that not particular. You
Yeah,
know, they
of
don't
course,
take names,
yeah.
but they're just enamored. They love Bollywood. Everyone does. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a staple. We love it so much. But tell me, what is that one thing that you really enjoyed, keeping all of this entire Delhi versus Bombay thing aside? What is that one thing that you all enjoyed being together? Because, you know, for me, the biggest takeaway was that we could have this internal conflicts within ourselves, but when we are discussing important subjects, for example, it is only with your girls that you can be completely vulnerable and discuss everything under the sun without feeling like you will be judged. I don't think that happens a lot more. And I saw in the first 2 episodes itself that there were, for example, when Neelam is telling Maheep that, you know, you should sort it out. I think that is something only girls can do and women can do. Personally, I feel, you can correct me if you think I'm,
No,
you
of
know,
course.
I just want to know, how has that sort of like nurtured you in a way, or something that has really, because I felt that was the biggest takeaway for me. What was the biggest takeaway for you all in that sense?
I think by the time we actually sort of got to know each other, started bonding a little bit, the show was done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll
because
see that in another.
we just
next
got used to
I don't know, but
I think getting used to each other. Initially, it was
Yeah.
very new. So even to make conversation, we were a little, sort of guarded.
Yeah.
And we didn't know, like they said, minding your P's and Q's. So we were sort of, we were well behaved, we were reserved. But then once we started, once we actually opened
Yeah.
up, it was done.
It was
Yeah.
lovely.
Time to wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. The comfort level was up there, and
But
then
we've had crazy conversations.
On a scale of
that's
1
for
to
sure.
10, I think it must have reached at least a 5, a good 5, when it comes to comfort level.
Yeah.
I'll say like 5, 6.
More or less.
That is
Yeah.
good.
less.
That is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I mean, as long as we are comfortable there, I
Yeah.
think that's about it. But tell me now, because you all are sitting in this order, I will ask you one thing that you really loved about Riddhima, or you learned about Riddhima, which perhaps you didn't, because I think although you all knew each other, it's only when you're working together in a way, that's when you really know that person.
100%.
One thing only I want that you...
In a nutshell, I've known Riddhima all her life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've danced at her wedding. My kids were dancing at the wedding, So, but we've always met in a family gathering. So it's always been, hi, what's up, whatever. I didn't realize what a pataki she is and how open
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
That was a revelation to me. I was told before that no, watch out for Riddhima, watch out for her. And,
Chota packet, bada
Bada
maya,
maya.
like this.
Yeah, horns come out.
yeah, so that was a good revelation.
Okay, Riddhima for Seema.
For
Yes.
Seema. Seema's a cool chick. I mean, I've always admired her. I've always thought she was, someone truly fabulous. And I was just assured and more sure of it ever, once, we started
Thanks.
working and on the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's a cool chick.
What about
Very
you?
cool chick.
Seema for Shalini.
Oh, Shalini, I can write an essay, but let me say that Shalini has been a revelation. I've known Shalini for many years, but again, socially, I did not realize how entertaining she is.
Yeah.
You cannot get bored with her. You're
Yeah.
always like, yeah, you know this also, you know that also. So for me, I think that she's a very unique person that I have discovered, that people like this are also there in the world.
Yeah. I just to add to that, one of the scenes which I absolutely loved is women appreciating another woman. I think that doesn't happen too often, especially on celluloid. Because when I saw you saying that, oh my God, she has great assets. And I'm like, wow, this is woman appreciating another woman. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shalini, about Bhavna.
Bhavna is like, she's really sensible, and she gave me the best advice. She said, "You are doing the show." I said, "Yeah." Don't behave like this.
Behave like what?
Something she said.
Oh, okay.
She said,
Did you
"Don't."
take that advice?
No.
No, Shalini doesn't take anyone's advice.
Yeah.
So I said, 100% Bhavna.
Yeah.
Of course. She's like, "Pakka na, samajh gayi na?" I was like, "Haan."
Oh my God, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Must have been one of my drunk conversations.
Drunk conversation where I was not drunk, and Bhavna's like, "Don't do this. Don't do that." I'm like, "हाँ, मैं सुन रही हूँ."
I think it was a laugh. Yeah.
But I love her laugh.
Oh,
Don't
that
do that.
laugh.
Oh,
So
that
let's not
laugh
get
is-
started.
yeah.
Yeah, let's not start it.
Let's
Let's not start it, please.
Yeah.
I would need
Pani
water.
pile, pani pile.
Oh
Don't laugh.
gosh. No, I'm not laughing.
Me
Thanks.
about Neelam?
Yeah.
Oh. Why don't you say
Although
about
it's
Kalyani?
Although,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
that would
Yeah.
make more
Talk
sense.
about
But
Kalyani.
Bhavna, you must
about
say about
Kalyani.
Kalyani.
Bhavna about Kalyani.
They know more, obviously.
Should I say then about Kalyani?
No, not at all. No, let her have now. Let her
Yeah.
have now. It's her turn.
You know, for me, out of the three girls, I was actually the closest to Kalyani out of the three when we started the show. Because as Maheep said, Riddhima, I've always known, very socially, and we were at her wedding. Then she moved to Delhi, so I never got to know her. Shalini, I know in a different capacity, but Kalyani is someone I was really friendly with. I mean, rest, watch the show.
That was given us like
No.
Yeah.
So when you talk about preconceived notions, I thought I was the closest to her, but I think it's come out very differently for me. I have, so I am finding myself, more friendly or more easy with probably Shalini and Riddhima over Kalyani
Now I'm
at the end of the show. I'll be
Now
honest.
she's
We all
glued to
love
her
drama.
seat.
I'm
She's
spilling
spilling
the
the
tea.
tea.
I told you got the best.
Are we allowed
nice about her?
Of course.
Can I say something nice about her?
Yeah.
Kalyani, you must.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so she's a single mom, and she's brought her daughter up herself, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's done so many things, and I really admire her for that.
Yeah, she's a hustler.
True.
Of
Yeah,
course.
she's a
Yeah.
hustler. Yeah.
But we are talking about
Great.
personal relationships here. We're not talking that. I know. I'm saying I was close to Kalyani, so I know each and every quality. In fact, I've spoken about those in the show.
I think everyone on this panel and on this show has achieved something
Of
to be on
course,
that show
100%.
any which way.
Yeah.
Like they've done something in their personal capacity for sure to be able to do that, and we acknowledge that for sure. Like,
Thank you.
Neelam, I think
I'll
now
speak about Maheep.
Mahia.
Yeah, you're the only one
Yeah.
left.
So honestly, when we started this Bombay Delhi thing,
Yeah.
okay, I thought Maheep was going to be the one, shooting her mouth and giving it off to them and having fights with them. But she was chup. Actually, for us, for the first time in scenes when we were rolling, Maheep was just chup. And we used to look at Maheep like, say something.
Yeah.
It's like the entire gang.
It's
But I
just
was
that-
also waiting with
I was a little dumbstruck.
Only when we
I'm
were
still
four
processing.
together,
but
then
to
she
be
used to
honest.
open her mouth. When we were four together,
Yeah.
when we were alone, that's when her bolti would start.
So it's
Then
very
her whole
comfort
bhadas
level.
would come
The
out.
Right?
Maheep
End of the
we
day.
know was back.
And I think this is the Maheep that everyone will now know that she is most comfortable, and whatever you might describe her to be, like loudmouth, is that what
Yeah,
people usually
yeah.
say? But that is with
Mufa.
people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort
her
zone.
people only.
But
And I think we
Maheep
are all
is
like
super
that.
fun,
Yeah,
you
we're all
know.
like that.
I mean, she's
She gives
actually
the best one-liners, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I am still
She
tripping
does.
over it.
She does. She,
Yeah.
That brings me to this. I want you all to tell me your best one-liner from this season. I will start because for me, when Maheep says that, oh, she doesn't get out in sun. For me, it can only be a vampire if not. And I'm just like, wow, that's so true. I was like, this is so true.
Yeah.
But she's very spontaneous with one-liners. I want to know one dialogue or one of these things that you've said. Which is your favorite?
Which I said?
Yeah.
Well,
Her
you know what? I forget because we've been shooting the whole
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
When the trailer came out, I forgot that I even said this chana bhatura thing. I was like, did I say this? I can't even remember.
But that is also one of my favorites. What am I supposed to win from Delhi?
Yeah.
Chana bhatura.
Yeah. Well, I think that's my favorite line now. Till I see the show and I'm like, oh, I said that.
You'll have not watched the show.
No.
we haven't. So
We haven't.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, next few
just
scenes
few
here.
like
and
a
there.
little
Yeah.
bit, just snippets. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have gone through this entire grind of Mumbai versus Delhi, can we have a final verdict?
Yeah.
But I have 5 barometers where we'll decide finally that which city has that better. At least try to. First, obviously, food, because it's a constant battle.
I miss Kalyani.
Yeah. It's a constant battle. Is food better, or at least
So
street
when
food better?
she
in
said
Bombay?
Food
chola
in
bhatura
Delhi
and
is
not
definitely
pav.
Delhi is better. We agree.
Delhi is
Yeah.
better.
To Delhi.
She said
Yeah,
chola
hands down.
bhatura and not vada pav.
Yeah.
So
It is.
Delhi
Honestly,
food.
I like
Delhi
my
food.
Mumbai food. I personally, I find Delhi food little heavy. So I think
I love Delhi.
I love
food.
Delhi.
I
Yeah.
love
Bombay
Delhi
food for
food.
me is
Hands
this.
down.
amazing.
Street.
And
If
even
you ask
the-
me,
the
Mumbai would have
restaurants.
to be my mother's maa ke
Yeah.
ghar ka khana, but Delhi food.
Yeah.
overall.
Hands down, Delhi. We'll give it to them.
Yeah.
We'll be generous.
Yeah.
What about fashion? Who do you think are
Delhi.
better?
Delhi definitely.
I think Bombay is cooler.
Cooler.
I think it
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
Delhi
depends
gets
more
to wear
formal.
boots.
yes,
So
from
Delhi.
October
Give it to Delhi.
onwards.
I think Bombay is more
Seema,
chilled
you
out.
wear boots even in Bombay.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
what I'm talking
But I wear
Seema.
chota wala juta, I wear the bada
You
ones.
are wearing
I
the
know,
bada
I
ones
look
also.
mad.
Yeah, I
All
will
with
send
the
you 100
ganji.
Yeah,
dresses
even I'll send
in the
you.
tropics heat.
But it's
She's wearing
January,
that.
na. In Jan,
why
that's so
she's
once a year it comes out. Yeah, they get 3 months,
But it's
4
still
months.
30
to wear
Seema,
degrees
you
and
wear
you're still
enough
wearing.
in boots यहाँ तक you worn in Bombay का
At 30,
boiling
34
heat.
December,
degrees.
Jan.
Yeah.
It's 34, yeah. I would
Okay,
have liked to
Bombay
wear
is
them
more
little
chill.
It's
Yeah, I
fine.
think Bombay
I
is
would
more
not.
chill. I'm not taking this.
Casual.
Delhi.
So Delhi we
Okay,
have
I think यहाँ पे it's like a draw because
It's
I think
different.
How,
No,
How
yeah,
can
I
it be
everything
a
is
draw?
I think it's a preference. It's about
Yeah.
preference.
Yeah.
Climate.
Climate. Delhi is beautiful.
Delhi.
We have 4
Experience.
seasons.
It's humid versus
Yeah,
all
we have
kinds of
4
extreme
seasons.
weathers.
I
Yeah,
prefer
but
I
Bombay
prefer
weather.
Bombay.
I
I
prefer
prefer
Bombay.
Bombay.
It's
Bombay
humid
weather.
forever. Bombay is humid forever. And
Delhi,
Delhi is like
we
summer,
experience
rain.
No, but June,
winter.
July is that loo is unbearable.
And
Yeah.
we have the sea.
You know, I have a
Thank
take
that.
on this.
So,
See,
this
when
now.
I'm a
We're
fashion
talking
girl,
normal,
so when it comes to
regular
fashion,
people
at least
who
Delhi
don't
gets
travel as much
seasons,
as
so you
you.
can keep changing
That
your
is
looks,
true.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm
That
saying?
is true.
So give
Honestly,
fashion to
and I
Delhi
like
and
the
season
winter.
you're
No,
choking
no,
Fashion
weather.
goes to Bombay. I feel
Can
very
I tell you?
cooler.
That's your verdict.
I also
Bhavna,
have
you
a
and
stop
This
it.
is my show.
No, but this
I
is
think
Shalini
your
has
I
it.
have a
Shalini
take
has
on
one
this
weather
also.
throughout the year in Delhi. Do you know? In her house, whatever the room temperature has been set at, that is the temperature through the year for her. She
Because
just
she
told me.
doesn't step out. You're right. But I'm sorry for
You
me,
went that.
Bombay
Yeah,
went.
घर में या बाहर, London.
Okay, so Bombay wins. Bombay wins.
Bombay wins on
But the
lingo.
Bombay girls are going to see Bombay only, na?
No, it's
So then
cleaner.
I think it's, again, like I said, it's about the preference, but yes, we win the air department. Come on, Riddhima.
Air department.
Air for
season.
sure.
I also like
I think
children.
Shalini will also agree there.
What?
In the air department, you give it to Bombay.
You asked whether, not air.
Yeah,
But
you're
your
not
question.
changing. The fourth one is
Cheating.
The sea
The
cleans out
ocean,
the air.
the ocean takes
No.
away
But you
half
were
the
sitting in an oxygen tank or something, no?
Yeah.
See, yeah.
She needs oxygen in Delhi.
I was confused. Was it the weather or the air? Bhavna?
No. First one was weather. Then it came. Then I
air
asked
Bombay.
The air
for sure.
quality
Because
is better
Maheep
in
reminded
Bombay.
me of the air quality, and I was like, oh yeah.
For me, it's everything
point.
on the weather.
Pollution-wise, Mumbai.
It's better.
We won the
Bombay
point.
has won.
No, last
No, there's one last.
You
Because
can't-
lingo. Mumbai lingo is better or Delhi lingo?
Bombay lingo.
Mumbai lingo
every
boss.
day.
Come on.
Arey chansi nahi hai boss.
Mumbai lingo.
Delhi, we speak clearly, we speak without accent.
Clearly?
Without accent?
Hello?
Do you think I have an accent?
Do we
Without accent, Shalini.
Bandra, there's a Bandra
What
accent.
Delhi is all
Bandra.
accent.
Bandra have an accent, which
Shalini,
I
gabbas.
know of various accents, and it's the Bandra.
No. I have to
Accent.
say, no, Mumbai lingo is much
Mumbai,
better
yeah,
because
for
We're
sure.
cooler.
But spend time in Delhi.
I have stayed 2
knows.
years. So
I know
I don't
in
have.
Delhi everyone's called Bhaiya. I'll be honest.
No, it's not Bhaiya. no,
Bhaiya, and when I
Bhaiya.
moved to Bombay, I remember
Nahi re, no one
I'd
says
stopped in
Bhaiya.
auto and I said, Bhaiya, यहाँ जाऊँगी. He said, मैं किसी का भाई नहीं हूँ. That was the first. हाँ, मैं किसी का भाई नहीं हूँ. And I realized in Bombay you cannot be using Delhi lingo.
That's true because even in cabs
So
also
what
they have
do you
written
call
मैं
the
किसी का
auto
भाई
person?
नहीं हूँ.
But
You call them
Bhavna,
Bhaiya ji.
But what do you call
when
them?
I started
What-
using
Excuse me.
Mumbai lingo in Delhi,
Yeah.
people were offended.
What?
Yeah, because when I started saying nahi re, ये तो बहुत
Yeah.
They were exactly same. Even
There's a lot of
like
tehzeeb
the way
in Delhi.
people, like they speak, they'll say, "Arey bhai, kal aake." I said, "I'm sorry, what happened?"
And what about Baju?
And they're saying,
But Delhi also does this rhyming game. Wine shine, great
तेरी मेरी
एक beer share हो जाए.
Beer share, yeah.
Beer share.
They play this rhyming
fabulous,
game.
fabulous.
Our chicken wicken बनाओ.
Sorry, that just slides over
mine
my
is-
head.
Wine shine, feel it.
Mine one
Yeah,
for
good
Delhi
one.
Bombay
Yeah.
now. A mix of
Bombay
Mumbai and Delhi, you know, even that might
Sorry,
always
it's
become.
See, now
Bombay
you can
again.
see
Bombay
like
all the
everybody
way.
is like, I'm the only
But I
one for
love
Delhi.
this energy. I think this is why there's so much
Delhi,
more masala this
I
season.
did when I go.
Because there
but
are two
I'm
different
also
perspectives
Mumbai.
and great analysis.
There is
There's
much
much
to
to
talk
talk
about.
about.
Okay, guys, I don't have too much time. this is a never-ending.
It is.
Yeah, you
You're gonna
started
need
us off.
subtitles for this.
I know because we're all shouting over each other.
That's us.
Like the best. That's
For the last lingo, I'll say Mumbai, Delhi both. You know, because I mean, I use Mumbai and Delhi and Bombay now. So
It's Bombay who's won.
All the way.
I mean, it's up to me and I'm giving it to Bombay right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bidu.
No, but on a parting note, I think I've enjoyed this season a lot. Also because of this camaraderie that we see, and a lot for us to pick sides and like just have fun with it, right? Are we also looking at another season where this is going to be the setup, or
We don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I remember
crossed.
last time on these shows we had said look forward to season 4, so we'll just say it
Yeah.
and put it out in the
there.
universe.
Yeah.
it is happening? Come
See
on.
you
Yeah.
show us
season
some
4.
love, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But I also want to firstly
We have-
ask you, Riddhima, on a parting note, now with this experience, because now you have faced the camera, you know how it is, and I'm assuming you've gotten comfortable being
I
in
was
front
always
of the camera.
I was never uncomfortable. Trust
So
me
now
from
are
the
we-
word go.
So are you
Yeah,
now
yeah.
looking at probably making your debut finally?
Uh,
Because I think Neetu ma'am has already said it. Ranbir was also like, you have to look out for this girl. She is the one who keeps fighting and she's always good performer and everything. So I have high hopes from you now.
yeah,
Hey,
same here.
lovely.
But then give me love, show me love, and then we'll see.
Okay, so this is a
Love the
wake-up call
season,
to
guys.
everyone.